Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam the Anime Man, and today we're taking a deep dive into the incredible legacy of one of anime's most iconic characters ever, Son Goku. But what does Goku do that resonates so profoundly with the fans around the world? Is it his epic battles, his unwavering spirit, or perhaps something more? In today's character analysis, we'll uncover the layers behind his relentless quest for self-improvement and the profound impact he had not just on anime, but as pop culture as a whole. From the earliest days of Dragon Balls to his latest adventures, Goku's journey is nothing short of legendary. So grab your Dragon Balls and get ready, because we're going to explore what truly makes Goku a timeless hero and why his story continues to inspire generations, including me. So let's jump right into this analysis today. But we have to ask one question though. Who is Son Goku? Well, Son Goku, also known as Goku, is the main protagonist of the Dragon Ball franchise, and that was created by Akira Toriyama. Goku is one of the most iconic characters in anime and manga history, and he's known for his incredible strength, his desire not to give up, and his distinct personality. Goku originally appeared in the manga of Dragon Ball, which began serialization in the Weekly Shonen Jump in 1984. The story was inspired by the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, with Goku modelled after the character of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. He was raised by Grandpa Gohan in the mountains of Earth, and this is where he learned martial arts and developed his extraordinary strength. His earthly life and his upbringing will play a significant role in shaping his values and character to the person we know him as today. So, let's find out about Goku's upbringing. Goku was brought up by his grandpa Gohan in the mountains of Mount Paozi. It was where he was taught the basics of martial arts by him. This is where his love for martial arts came from, as he was taught it from an early age in his life. However, sadly, one day Goku wakes up to find Grandpa Gohan gone. He doesn't remember why. In reality, Goku is the one that killed Grandpa Gohan, looking up into the moon and turning into a great ape. All he knows is a monster killed Grandpa, a monster. He soon meets Bulma, and they go on an adventure looking for the Dragon Balls, and the rest is history. All you guys know it. However, one of the most important characters that shaped his journey as a character is someone he met along the way, and that's Master Roshi. You guys might be asking why I skipped over most of Dragon Ball, but in my opinion, Goku does learn quite a lot of stuff from Dragon Ball, but I'm just going to do it in parts in this video, if that makes sense. So like, I'll be saying stuff he's done in Dragon Ball Z, GT, and Super. So it was not just I'm picking and choosing where Goku's being good in a way, it's just I'm showing where Goku has showed what I'm saying and what makes him a good character. Goku's first training and lesson. After going on an adventure with Bulma, Goku decides to go to the Turtle Hermit Master, Master Roshi, who would teach him for a year before entering the Tenkaichi Budokai, or the World Tournament, depending on the translation. However, he taught Goku one thing, and he still lives by this to this day. Yes, he did teach Goku many other things during his training sessions, but one thing that I've seen through Goku in any series that he's in is the quote that Master Roshi gave him. Work hard, study well, eat and sleep plenty. That is the Turtle Hermit way. Why is this so important to Goku? And I'm going to show you this now. Number 1, and that's the emphasis on hard work. This is seen through Goku's development through his work ethic. Master Roshi highlights the importance of hard work, a principle that Goku embodies throughout all the series that he's in. That includes Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super. Goku's relentless training and dedication to become stronger are central to his character. This advice reinforces his commitment to pushing his limits and striving for continuous improvement, which Goku states he wants to do all the time. He wants to fight strong people and beat them. It is who he is, and it will always be who he is. He will fight until he cannot anymore. That's just who Goku is. So many people have acknowledged this, from being Tien Krillin, Master Roshi, Piccolo, King Piccolo, Vegeta, even people from different universes, hit Jiren, and even the gods of destruction. We can see this in every arc Goku is in. Even when he's dead, he never stops training. And he always finds a way to push himself past his limits, to go even further beyond. The second point is the importance of study and learning. Goku is actually a very quick learner, and to everyone's belief that Goku is a dumb person, I'll say that Goku is just smart in different ways. He is not necessarily smart or book smart like Gohan, but I'd say that he's one of the smartest fighters when it comes to Dragon Ball Z. He's often portrayed as naive thanks to Dragon Ball Super, but he demonstrates a strong willingness to learn and adapt. And Master Roshi's advice is why he does this. An example of this is Goku learns various techniques and strategies from his mentors and through experience. For instance, he's learned the Kamehameha or the Kamehameha wave, whatever you want to say it, and later mastering advanced techniques like the Kaioken from King Kai, Instant Transmission from Planet Yardrat, and even adapted to Hit's time skip. And he's also mastered one of the techniques that even the gods of destructions can't do, which is Ultra Instinct. This shows and highlights his commitment to studying and improving his skills always. And the final point is the balance of health and training. He takes significant care of himself. The advice to eat and sleep plenty is something Goku does and is shown almost all the time. This aspect of the Turtle Hermit ways highlights the need for balance between intense training and proper self-care. One example of this is Goku training often includes periods of rest and recovery, reflecting the importance of balance in his regime. Even though he is known for pushing himself to his limit, he also understands that he needs proper nutrition and rest to maintain his strength and endurance. We can see this when he comes at the hyperbolic time chamber with Gohan. We can see Goku is resting after a year of grueling training in there, and he takes in the world and appreciates it, and if that's not good writing, I don't know what is. Going back in time a bit after talking about more Dragon Ball Z, GT and Super, I'm going to talk about 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai. Throughout the tournament, Master Roshi has one recurring problem, and he wants to face it with his powerful student Son Goku. His pride, his confidence and his ego. Well, we know it wasn't as big as Vegeta's ego, for example, but why did Goku have one? Well, we all know through the first arc of Dragon Ball that Goku felt like he was unstoppable, like anyone would in the situation Goku was in. As a master, it was Master Roshi's job to deal with this before it would be a problem for Goku as a fighter. Goku reaches the final and faces off against Jackie Chun, who is Master Roshi in disguise. After beating Krillin, Goku thinks he's won the whole tournament because he didn't know who the fighter was. One of the best Dragon Ball fights ever, Goku loses against Jackie Chun. It was a shock to almost everyone, but Master Roshi had to teach Goku something. This was to teach Goku that there will always be someone stronger than him, so he needs to have an open mind to this and not be confident in his powers. This can be seen when in the next tournament Goku participates and his demeanor changes from how he was in the tournament beforehand. He's humble and approaches the tournament with a sense of humility and respect. This lesson is vital to Goku as a character, but Goku still has some flaws he needs to fix. And some people don't even know that this even happened. Some of you might be wondering, what could I be talking about? This is something that you don't know? Is there a secret Dragon Ball series? No. Goku has a killing streak. It's kind of surprising. And this happened in one of the mid arcs of Dragon Ball, I would say. And it's the truth about Kid Goku and the Red Ribbon Army. Many Dragon Ball fans don't realize that Kid Goku has a surprisingly high kill count. As Goku searches for the Dragon Balls, Goku travels all across the world, fighting many enemies. When he finally reaches the Red Ribbon Army base, things take a serious turn. Goku might be thinking that he's just defeating, with quotes, his enemies, but reality it's a much harsher one. His raw strength ends up killing a lot of Red Ribbon soldiers. Even though Goku's just a kid and he doesn't fully understand what he's doing, the damage he causes is quite huge. This is especially important when it comes to Dr. Gero. He's angry and bitter towards Goku. Gero is outraged with what Goku's done. The young Saiyan destroyed what he's worked so hard to build for. That is why Dr. Gero becomes obsessed with getting revenge, which later leads to the creation of the androids. Gero becoming one of Goku's greatest enemies. Not himself fighting Goku necessarily, but through his creations. He created Android 17 and 18 to wreak havoc on the Earth because of Goku's actions. However, Goku's encounter with Android 8 was a turning point. Android 8, also known as Eta, shows Goku that there is more to life than fighting and killing, introducing him to kindness and compassion. Yes, we know that Goku was a pure character due to him being able to fly on the flying Nimbus, but you know that he learned through Eta that life is precious and taking that away can hurt and scare someone for the rest of their life. Think about the countless lives that are affected with what Goku did. What if a soldier was only working for the Red Ribbon Army for, money, for his family, or only to be killed by Goku and his rampage? Goku learns the importance of giving second chances from Eta, which is evident during the battle with Piccolo Jr. Despite others urging him to kill Piccolo, Goku chooses to spare him by giving him a senzu bean, reflecting the influence Eta has on Goku. A similar situation arises with Vegeta. Even though Vegeta was indirectly responsible for the death of Goku's friends, Goku still spares his life. This behavior contrasts sharply with Kid Goku's reaction to Krillin's first death during the Demon King Piccolo saga, where he went into a rage and killed all of Piccolo's sons. This progression highlights Goku's growth as he now understands the value of life and the impact his decisions have on others. Now I've done Dragon Ball and Goku's character in Dragon Ball, but Goku doesn't really change in Dragon Ball. He's just an angry person who lets his emotions do most of the talking, and his emotions he shows that through fists, to a person that deals with things with his fists still, but then shows mercy at him. And this all leads into, I think, one of the best runs in anime history, which is Dragon Ball Z. At first, Goku rejects his Saiyan heritage, believing himself to be human. We all know that Goku was a Saiyan, as Raditz revealed that to us, that he was his brother and then the Saiyans. After dropping the law about the Saiyans, Goku rejects it because he believes himself to be human. He was born on Earth, and we see him tell Raditz that he is a human born on Earth. And this rejection is further proven when Raditz threatens Goku, kidnaps his son Gohan, who we see for the first time, and hits Krillin into Kame House. This violent introduction to his Saiyan roots leaves Goku disillusioned with his identity. The actions of Vegeta and Nappa further deepen this resentment as they mercilessly kill all innocents and most of Goku's friends during the Saiyan saga. Their cruelty reinforces Goku's perception of the Saiyans as ruthless and evil, making him want to do nothing with that part of his origins. However, as Goku continues to grow stronger, he starts to realize that his innate drive for power and improvement comes from his Saiyan genetics. Remembering Master Roshi's words and why they resonate so much with him is because it's part of him. His instinctive lust for battle becomes more apparent during his training for Namek and his fight with Raccoon, where Goku's fighting powers and tactical mind start to fully embrace Saiyan heritage. This realization is gradual but pivotal, as Goku begins to accept that his love for fighting is part of who he is. Not as a human, but something he doesn't want to admit yet, a Saiyan. But there's a massive turning point in Goku's acceptance of his Saiyan roots when he comes to face Frieza, the destroyer of his people. In his climactic battle, which is one of the best fights in anime history, may I add, Goku finally acknowledges his Saiyan identity, telling Frieza, "I am the Saiyan raised on Earth," and later declaring himself as the legendary Super Saiyan with his iconic line. This moment symbolizes that he's fully accepted his heritage. By embracing his Saiyan identity, Goku not only fulfills the ancient prophecy of the Super Saiyan, but he also avenges the loss of his friends, the Namekians, and his fallen Saiyan race. This acceptance unlocks his true potential, allowing him to transform into the Super Saiyan and become the hero capable of defeating Frieza, marking his ultimate evolution as a character. All these things are foreshadowed in so many ways. Goku's Super Saiyan moment is so great in so many different ways, in my opinion. Like, to the point of when he poses against Frieza, he uses an Namekian fighting style, symbolizing that he's fighting as a human, because he's learned most of his fighting styles on Earth as a Namekian. He's majority using the Namekian fighting style, and he's also fighting as a Saiyan, more importantly the legendary Super Saiyan. And that's amazing writing from Akira Toriyama right there. It's just peak fiction, in my opinion. From here, Goku understands that he needs to pass the torch. Right now, Goku has had his time as a kid, a teen, and an adult, and he realized that his time might be coming sooner than usual. So after accepting his Saiyan heritage, believed that his son Gohan shared the same natural affinity for fighting. This assumption was deeply rooted in his own Saiyan genetics, and his drive to grow stronger and constantly seek new challenges. Goku began pushing Gohan towards the path at an early age, especially during the 3-year training period leading up to the arrival of the androids and their year together in the hyperbolic time chamber. During this time, Goku assumed that Gohan's latent power meant that he would naturally embrace the life of a fighter, as Goku had done. However, what Goku failed to recognize was that Gohan was quite different. While Gohan just demonstrated immense potential, particularly during the moments of extreme stress or anger, Goku overlooked that the fact that his son didn't share the same love of combat. Gohan's burst of power was fueled by a warrior's passion, is what Goku felt. Rather, Gohan's burst of rages were instinct. He was scared, and Goku, embracing his roots, thought that Gohan would come to realize and appreciate his fighting abilities the same way. Every time Gohan has a rage moment, he's either scared or he needs to push past his limits. And that's what Goku failed to realize, and this misunderstanding becomes painfully clear during the Cell Saga. And Goku is confident that Gohan can defeat Cell, and he's told him to step up and for him to take the lead. Goku is shocked when Piccolo confronts him, revealing that Gohan does not enjoy fighting and has never shared the same enthusiasm for battle.
This game, Goku, you're wrong about your son. Gohan may have that power, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't thirst for battle and mayhem. He's not a fighter like you.
Huh?
Do you want to know what he's thinking? He's not thinking about strength or about competition. He's wondering why his father is standing there, letting him die. And so your son may be the most powerful person in the world, but he's also a scared 11-year-old boy. I'd rather die than wait.
This revelation stuns Goku, who has spent years believing that, like him, Gohan would thrive in combat and naturally embrace the same instincts to grow through fighting. Goku's realization during the Cell Saga marks a crucial moment in him understanding Gohan. Not every Saiyan, or every person with Saiyan heritage, shares the same drive for battle that Goku himself possesses. This not only highlights the difference in their personalities, but also underscores Goku's evolving understanding of his family. They are not just defined by the same genetics alone. There's something key here though. Goku believed in his son's potential. Goku believed in Gohan's potential when none of the Z-Cast didn't. He trusted his son could defeat Cell. He pushed Gohan into battle, convinced that his immense power and Saiyan blood would allow him to rise to the challenge like he has done on countless occasions. And it's not like Goku's been beaten when he was younger either. Against Demon King Piccolo both times. Against Piccolo Jr., he's been beaten as well. He rose up to the challenge. However, Gohan hesitated. He was unsure of himself, and he was uncomfortable with the violent path that his father laid out. But Goku thrived. Gohan didn't. The situation spiraled out of control. Goku, blinded by his belief that Gohan would follow the same path as him, made the mistake of not fully understanding his own son. And this is a mistake he tries to fix so dearly throughout the rest of the series. Recognizing his mistake, he still doesn't lose faith in Gohan. He still believes in his son's potential and ability to save the day. Goku, seeing how much Gohan struggled in battle, even went against the typical same behavior by offering to step in and asking for help, asking for a senzu bean to re-enter the fight. This willingness to assist Gohan contrasts with the traditional same mindset of fighting one-to-one to prove strength. And this is something that even Goku believes in himself. He'd rather fight an opponent one-on-one than rather fight with Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan. He wants to prove his own strength. But yet in this situation, he realized that this mistake was so big that he decided to re-enter the fight with Gohan. It shows Goku is actually a good father, and his growth as a father, realizing that sometimes protecting those you love means setting aside his pride of wanting Gohan to have the thrill of having a 1v1 against a strong opponent. However, when Gohan turns Super Saiyan 2, he proves everyone wrong. He starts to beat Cell, yet Gohan, driven by his own anger, made a mistake due to his overconfidence. He allowed Cell to regenerate. He wanted to torture Cell for the things he did, which is something that everyone would agree with, and anyone would do in that situation. But Goku knew that doing something like that would cost him the Earth. Cell had the chance to regenerate, and when Gohan lost the chance to finish him, it created a situation, and it became even more dire. When Cell initiated self-destruction, threatening to wipe out the entire planet, Goku made the ultimate sacrifice. He knew that his earlier decisions, breaking Cell to full power, giving him a senzu bean, and believing Gohan would handle the fight alone, had contributed to this crisis. Rather than letting Earth suffer for his misjudgments, Goku took the full responsibility and teleported Cell to King Kai's planet and sacrificed himself in the process. This selfless act is the clearest demonstrations of Goku owning up to his own mistakes. He did not just accept the responsibility of his own actions, but also his son's actions. Gohan's mistakes, Gohan's shortcomings, showing his unwavering love and commitment as a father. By sacrificing himself to save the Earth, Goku ensures that his son and the world will be spared from the consequences of both his and Gohan's mistakes. This moment highlights Goku's true strength as a father, showing that even when mistakes are made, he's willing to make the ultimate sacrifice to protect those he loves. His belief in Gohan never once wavered, and in the end, it's Gohan's power, at least with Goku's guidance through the father-son Kamehameha, that defeats Cell. His sacrifice not only saves the world, but proves the depth of his understanding, growth, and love as a father. Wow, Goku's just one hell of a guy, you know? He's a good father. However, there's one thing Goku starts to realize through his actions and his journey, both as a father and a protector of the Earth. He realizes that all these things come to Earth because of him. He realizes that Raditz, the Saiyans, Frieza, the Red Ribbon Army, they all came to Earth because of him and his existence. After the sacrifice, he decides to say that he doesn't need to be on Earth anymore, and that Earth would be safer without him. His intention is noble, to give his loved one a chance to live a life in peace without the magnet of conflict. After his death, Goku chooses to remain in the afterlife, believing that his presence in the living world only invites more danger. For 7 years, Goku watches from afar, content in the thought that Earth's defenders will rise in his absence, particularly in his son Gohan. He still believes in his immense potential to be recognized by everyone. Goku solely believes this so much that he can leave the Earth to someone like Gohan. He believes in this potential so much that in 7 years he decides to come back down and see what would happen, and he finds things to be different to what he hoped for. As a lot of things happened, Vegeta, Goku's long-term rival, has been relentless in his training, but the others, particularly Gohan, have fallen behind. Well, the Z fighters, most of them have just relaxed and gone into normal lives. Piccolo and Vegeta are the only people that truly trained in the 7 years. You can also say Tien does train in the 7 years, but due to the power scaling of the universe, Tien has fallen off heavily. So the only person that can really challenge him in the fight would be Vegeta. And we all know he has Super Saiyan 3 in his back pocket. Piccolo had no other transformations, and Gohan was, well, weaker. Gohan, despite his latent potential, was weaker. In the 7 years, he didn't train once. He was weaker than he was 7 years ago. And people fail to realize one thing about this, let's say, circumstance, that it must have been really difficult for Goku to face. That the only person that took training seriously are the people who are the same age as him. Yeah, we know that Piccolo was, the same age as Gohan, but they don't really deep that or understand that. He realizes that his generation is still looking after the earth, that his generation are still doing all the heavy lifting. His generation, the next generation, needs to get ready, because he's not always going to be there to protect them. He's not always going to be there, and this shows in this saga. And one of the worst sagas of Dragon Ball, I think, shows this so well, as in the Majin Buu saga. This doubt grows more in Goku's body, in his heart. Gohan's struggle against Deborah, who Goku says is as strong as Cell, is a glaring example of how much his son has regressed. Goku knows Gohan has more than enough time to surpass his previous limits, but instead his son is reluctant towards fighting and has led to a weakening in his abilities. Though Gohan's heart has always leaned towards peace and away from combat, for Goku, it's not just about fighting for fighting's sake, it's about protecting the world, a responsibility that Goku has always embraced. The fact that Gohan doesn't take this seriously hurts Goku a little bit, and he never shows this ever. Like, Gohan doesn't take defending the earth as seriously as Goku ever does, because Goku is the sole protector. He is the legendary Super Saiyan, and many people would call him a hero. He protects and saves people from several situations that they put themselves in. And he understands that Gohan has a trauma for battle after the Cell Saga experience, as Goku has never seen Gohan actually get beaten to death, so he would never understand that Gohan has the trauma until it's shown and Piccolo told him that he doesn't like fighting. But at the same time, he knows that if Gohan, with his immense potential, is not prepared, others could suffer a really bad fate. However, through all this, Goku always remains compassionate and understanding. He never pushes Gohan or the others too hard, but he clearly shoulders the responsibilities of Earth's protection, feeling this way even more than before. At this moment in time, he's dead, remember? However, by the end of the Buu saga, Goku's mindset begins to evolve. He starts to understand that while he desires for the next generation to be strong protectors of the Earth, he cannot force them to take up their mantle. As Goku embraces this new understanding, he comes to terms with that not everyone has to follow him. He originally wanted to pass the torch to Gohan, believing that his son's potential could make him the Earth's next great protector. But Gohan's reluctance to fight, the desire for a peaceful life, and the personal journey he chooses to walk opens Goku's eyes. He realizes that everyone's path's different. Goku's love for fighting and his constant growth isn't something that he can or should expect from others, especially his son, who has his own dreams and his own ambition. This realization is cemented when Goku, in his final battle against Kid Buu, finds himself at the heart of Earth's salvation once again. He doesn't hesitate to step up, knowing that in that moment no one else could take responsibility. His decision to return to the afterlife after 7 years earlier is well intentioned, but now, after this saga, Goku understands that he doesn't need to retreat from life or expect someone else to carry his burden. Instead, he acknowledges that strength of others like Gohan, Vegeta, and even the younger generation like Goten and Trunks doesn't have to be measured in their willingness to fight. He can be their shield or allow them to be who they truly are. And when Goku asks for energy for everyone on Earth for the Spirit Bomb to defeat Kid Buu, it's not a call for strength, but it's also a symbolic moment. He's protecting the world with them. He's not asking them to fight in his place. He's still the guardian. In a way, he's still the soldier. He's still the protector of the Earth. But he's still doing it for them. He's doing it for a greater purpose than his love for battle. He's doing it to preserve the peaceful lives that his family and friends cherish. Using the Spirit Bomb and using everyone's energy on the Earth, he defeats Kid Buu and returns to Earth. Not with the intention of forcing anyone into a role they don't want to, but with understanding that his purpose is to safeguard their freedom to live their lives as they choose. Gohan wants to become a scholar and live peacefully with Fidel and eventually Pan. Vegeta, who once decided to surpass Goku above all else, finds peace in his own way. Still training, but no longer driven by the same prideful obsession. Goten and Trunks, though powerful, are just kids, free to enjoy their childhood without burdens of saving the world. And even these have their own perks. Goten and Trunks, due to the S cells, learn Super Saiyan way quicker than anyone else has in the series. Gohan took way longer than Trunks and Goten did to learn Super Saiyan. And because of this, they are automatically stronger than they were when Goku and Gohan were kids. And this is something that happened because Goku is protecting the Earth and creating a good environment for these Saiyans to grow in. And this can also be seen in Dragon Ball Online. Before Dragon Ball Super came out, Dragon Ball Online was the, what happened in the future of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. Well, more Saiyans are in that universe and there are abundant of them, and because Goku has kept them all safe and they're protected, most of them are able to become Super Saiyan way more easier. Even though Goku's vision might have been short term, you can see that his effects of him protecting the Earth for such a long period of time has affected the Earth for generations and generations to come. As Goku watches them, he realized that his earlier desire to pass on the torch wasn't necessary. His role as a protector doesn't have to end, nor does it mean he needs to shape others into warriors like himself. The next generation will follow their own paths, and Goku's job is to ensure that there are no threats that stand in the way of their happiness. It's a profound moment and maturity that Goku shows, and he comes to terms with this responsibility in a new light. He fights not just to become stronger, but to give those he loves the chance to live without the constant fear of destruction. In this new mindset, Goku's actions become even more selfless. He continues to train and he grows more powerful. But it's not just for the sake of the thrill anymore, even though that's part of it. It's to ensure that he can stand between the Earth and any future threats, allowing his family to live the way they want to. And that's why, in my opinion, Goku is one of the best written characters in Shonen. Some of you might be asking, well, what about Super? Well, Super's character of Goku, as I said in the video before, they kind of make him dumbed down, so there's not much to really say about him than what I've said before. Goku is there to protect people like Gohan, Goten, and them to have a better future where he still trains, but every time there is a danger on Earth, he's the first one to be there and to be the first one to protect his family on there. And that's all there really is to Goku and Super, except Ultra Instinct. But I can go over that in a separate video because Ultra Instinct does deserve its own video, but like the Kaioken and the instant transmission technique, or just, moments where he shows that he's an adaptable character. And also him in the time skip one. Yeah, you could tell this is not scripted. I've just thought of this to do that now. This is not very good. And my Xbox not enough. Oh dear. But yeah, this is gonna be my outro. I hope you also like the AI character. Yeah, but more videos of this will come out soon. It's taken me almost 2 years to come up with this video, and I've always wanted to talk Goku in my own way because I've always seen analyses of Goku, and sometimes even in school when I was talking about Goku, how Goku is an amazing character, they'll just say Dragon Ball is Mr. Fighting Man and you know what I mean? So I'll just show the whole world why I think Goku's a good character. Yeah, unedited footage of me just yapping to you guys. I mean, if you like it, you like it, I guess. Yeah, but that's going to be my outro. Yeah, have a good day, stay blessed, and we can also end it in a prayer if you want to. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day, and I bless this day by your grace. Lord, thank you for making me have the confidence to record this video, and I hope this video helps out many people, and I hope people enjoy it. In Jesus' name I pray, and say in your wonderful, powerful name, amen. See you guys, it's Sam the Anime Man, and I'll catch you later.